I'm here at Keeper's Pond today for the second episode in the Brecon Beacons series. We'll be climbing Blorenge. There's an excellent circuit walk up here which I found out in a book which I'll link in the description below. Me and Mel did this walk last year and it was truly excellent. Looks like it's going to be an absolutely gorgeous sunny day. So we've crossed from Keeper's Pond and now we're just descending into one of the valleys. From memory there should be a bridge coming up. It's a little bit wet underfoot at this time of year, just be extra careful. It'd probably be better if I brought my sticks today, but I didn't. But yeah, if you do have some sticks it might be worth bringing them along. Well, we'll catch you at the bridge. So when you get here you can either cross the stream like I just did, or you can come across this beautiful bridge. When you get to this point, me and Mel stopped for lunch last time because you've got this beautiful view down into the valley. But while it's gorgeous, I'm keen to get as high up Blorenge as possible and have lunch on the mountain. So we're following the miner's track and we should come up to a post in a second. It is getting quite warm, so it might be an opportune moment for me to take off my coat. We've crossed the road and coat's off. Soon you'll see why I love this walk so much. Probably most of you don't know this, but today is my birthday, so I thought I'd make a video on my birthday for a bit of fun. When we hit the head up here, we'll turn back on ourselves and then we start our sort of steeper climb. We brought Mel's sister's dog up here and it was just hilarious. They kept following me through the puddles. I remember there being a left turn into the Punchbowl, which is this like sort of small pondy lake. apparently the track splits and I need to go right. We descend into the Punchbowl and then we climb out of the Punchbowl quite steeply, and that's when we start climbing Blorenge. When you come back to these places, like I tend to try and use my map the first time, but if we got it right on the map the first time, try not to use the map, so then you can actually take in the scenery a little bit more. Go back to the map like I've done today, just to make sure that you're on the right track, because I've not had any training yet. I'm only going on what I've sort of just learnt by doing, rather than actually learning from someone that really knows what they talk about in navigation. I do get lost quite a lot though, so take it with a pinch of salt. But yeah, we should be coming up round the corner. There's if I remember correctly, there's some gates. So we've arrived at the Punchbowl. As you see, like, there's no one here. We're just gonna have some lunch and then we're gonna climb steeply out of the Punchbowl and sharply start climbing Blorenge. Just climbing out of the Punchbowl. And from memory, this gets quite steep, quite quick. So we've done the climb out of the Punchbowl. It was as bad as I remember. We've obviously got all of the Brecon Beacons just surrounding us, but it's absolutely stunning up here. And you see those sort of masts in the background. We're going to walk past those later. So behind me is the start of the climb up Blorenge. I think they're replacing all the posts because there's no signs currently at the moment. So just be aware of that. It's pretty straightforward. If you've got basic navigation skills like me, like really basic, you should be okay. I can't see you going too far wrong as long as you stick to the route. But yeah, so we're going to start climbing now. So it's our final climb of the day, and we're going to get to the top of Blorenge that sits at 555 meters. First little stretch climb. Biggest tip, biggest tip. Whenever you climb somewhere, it can be very painful, but always remember when you're taking a breather to look back. Otherwise, what's the point in climbing? We probably have another 50 meters, but once you get up to this point, you've pretty much done most of the climbing. Honestly, just sit up here and take in the view for 5 minutes. Exactly what I'm gonna do. Refuel and then carry on. That is some gorgeous sunshine. And also I forgot to mention, you sort of hit this hut, so you know you're at the right place when you hit this. Someone in the comments, please tell me what this is used for. And it's probably just a storage shed, but please someone let me know, because it's bugging me. So we're just going to climb over the ridge, and then I'll show you what the sort of marshy part of this trek is like. This is exactly what I mean by the marshiness. Like, look at that. You have to really find your place to cross, otherwise you're gonna put your foot in 2 feet of water. Obviously, being on sort of boggy land, I'm really impressed with my new Morel boots. And this is not me endorsing the product, they're the first pair I've ever had. I've always been a Solomon's guy, and yes, they are super comfy, but when you come on sort of rocks and sort of mossy ground, which is quite slippy, they're not the grippiest. Like, if you probably noticed in my penny fan video, which I'll link now, I was slipping a lot more than Mel was, and Mel just had some cheap 40 quid boots from Go Outdoors, which says something about the grip, and they're obviously incredibly comfortable, and I'd recommend them if you're just a day hiker. But when you're doing multi-day or winter hiking, I think you need something with better grip. This is Blorenge, we're going to go up there in a second, but just past Blorenge here there is 2 radio antennas, and that's where you want to go to after you hit Blorenge, because that's on the way back to the car park. So I've reached the top of Blorenge. As you can see, it's a red post, unlike the normal grey, so it's pretty prominent. So we're just going to head back down now. I'm going to head towards those radio masts, like I said. It's a lot shorter on the way down now. We're near the end of the circuit, and so we're just closing the loop now. I wanted to give a shout out to Chasing Mountains. Situations previously where I would quite easily twist my ankle. I'm not doing that anymore. These exercises are really helping. I'll call out Chase's channel above, because I think, even though Chase hasn't asked me to do this, I think it's the right thing to do. We've made it to the mast. Now we're just following the track down until we hit a sign that says Keeper's Pond. Yeah, again, no signs. I will find out from someone local as to whether there are signs going back up. From memory, I'm supposed to go right. Back at Keeper's Pond, just as the sun's sort of going down. It's quite nice. If you enjoyed this video, then hit the like button and subscribe, and I will catch you next time.